Wait, what is this? Major artists whose music will no longer be allowed on TikTok starting tomorrow. Drake. So sorry. Drake. Oh my god. No, the TikTok niggas. Fuck. Damn. Damn. What? Before 2020? What the fuck? Kanye before 2022? Kanye before 2022. What the fuck? They just said we taking this nigga golden years. Why would you do that? Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Camila Cabello, ain't that the nigga girl? Mariah. I said oh my god. Holy. Okay, I might actually need to go to bed. Mariah Carey. Who's listening to Big Sean on TikTok though? That's crazy. Anyway, Beatles, crazy. Post Malone, insane. Hove, I don't know. If you doing Hove TikToks, you deserve to like deletion. Justin Bieber, wow. I was listening to Justin Bieber yesterday too, by the way. That shit crazy. Juice WRLD, really? Rihanna, Eminem. It's a whole side of TikTok that I haven't even explored that I know loves Eminem. Nicki Minaj, BTS, SZA. What do you mean there's more?
Drew Wells gonna lose his house.
Young boy, Bad Bunny, no. Alicia Keys, Coldplay, Rosa. Oh my god, Steve Lacy. Holy shit. Yo. What is this? No. What is this? Bro. This is crazy. Notable artists, music who will still be allowed on TikTok after tomorrow.
Honestly, this is a W for independent artists. UMG just excluded themselves from literal free promo cause TikTok wouldn't pay them.
Brother.
This is actually trash considering UMG would never pay their artists what they'd get from TikTok.
Exactly. That's why this is problematic. But second, that's most problematic is I would imagine that it would be difficult to see what would bubble to the top. TikTok has the opportunity to do one of the greatest things humanly imaginable right now. They should not allow this to make them crumble as a business model. This could encourage and incentivize them to prioritize genuine engagement. This could potentially work in their favor and, like you said, in smaller acts' favor by propelling the best of the best records and what the general public agrees is the best, as opposed to the system. As opposed to the algorithm. That's what I'm saying, bro. What Chinese niggas got to do with this?
Labels are boot to die out if they keep making moves this stupid and greedy.
Oh no, they won't. Labels always gonna have the cash flow, because labels are oftentimes subsidiaries of much larger conglomerates that have endless amounts of revenue. Like in comparison to the whole ecosystem of how this thing is interconnected, music makes a very small amount in comparison. Not saying that they don't make a huge amount still, but in comparison to what they're connected to, I won't say are disposable. They're not disposable, but pale in comparison to some of the greatest revenue earners in the world. They just do. These labels could do whatever the fuck they want, realistically speaking. When we disconnect music from the tree that it's connected to, holy shit, that tree is still strong as fuck. Drew Walls is cooked now that UMG removed all the Drake audios from TikTok. Niggas couldn't wait to see the day. Aw, that's fucked up, man. It's just muted now? Oh my god, bro. Not Drew Walls. Yo. Imagine going to Target with nothing playing in the background, bro. You could still make this work. You could still make this right. He Cooked is sad, not gonna lie. Can they just do sped up versions of the song, or is it more complex than that? I'm thinking it's more complex than that. Like significantly so. He was getting sponsored by the NFL. Hate to see a black man win. He looking for a Sony nigga now. Oh my god. What the fuck? This is bad. He's still good? Wait, what you mean? He's still good on Reels? Hold on, let me see. TikTok responds to UMG about their decision to pull all their music from the app. If it ain't fuck you, nigga, I don't want to hear what these niggas from TikTok got to say. It is sad and disappointing that UMG has put their own greed above the interests of their artists and songwriters, which is true. It's factory, bro. It's nothing but, awareness and potential streams and promo, all from organic, interaction with a record, depending on how authentically you view organ. I was about to say organ. My fault. Despite Universal's false narrative and rhetoric, the fact is they have chosen to walk away from the powerful support of a platform with well over 1 billion users that serve as a free promotional and discovery vehicle for their talent. Shit crazy, bro. TikTok has been able to reach artist-first agreements with every local label and publisher. Clearly, Universal's self-serving actions are not in the best interest of artists, songwriters, or fans. I mean, they're not wrong. I knew UMG was greedy. I just didn't think like it was to this high of a degree. But they get to do, like, you don't realize how big Universal is. Like, they make a move like this, they do not give a fuck, bro. This is not getting reversed, overturned, renegotiated. They might as well, Universal might as well have their own planet. Their logo is very, very appropriate because they exist in a world all of their own that doesn't need the support or push from TikTok to survive as a company, bro.
Imagine someone giving you literal free promo, then you ask them to pay you do so. Why would TikTok ever pay them?
I don't know. Either they have numbers that potentially support them making this decision, or they're actually that greedy because they haven't actually realized a return on speculated. They haven't realized speculated returns. So they might be talking about how can we make even more money and then put this out there. But I would assume that it has something to do with them maybe being in a deficit of in some capacity. Even though I also believe that's extremely hard to believe from the music perspective, not Universal as its own conglomerate, but UMG specifically, maybe they're losing money somehow along the lines. I would really doubt that, but maybe they are. I don't know. I would like to think it was more on the side of greed because this is one of the greediest companies I've ever had the displeasure of knowing about. But there's a realm of possibility where there is, analytics that show a deficit. I don't know. Our mission is simple: to help our artists and songwriters attain their greatest creative and commercial potential, which is why we must call timeout on TikTok. Let's see what they got to say. It's about to be some bullshit, chat. It's about to be some bullshit. Oh, fuck this.
We have been pressing them on 3 critical issues: appropriate compensation for our
L-Press. By the way,
in our contract renewal discussions, we have been pressing them on 3 critical issues: appropriate compensation for our artists and songwriters, protecting human artists from the harmful effects of AI, and online safety for TikTok's users. We have been working to address these and related issues with our other platform partners. For example, our artist-centric initiative is designed to update streaming's remuneration model and better reward artists for the value they deliver to platforms. In the months since its inception, we're proud that this initiative has been received so positively and taken up by a range of partners, including the largest music platform in the world. We've also moved aggressively to embrace the promise of AI while fighting to ensure artists' rights and interests are protected now and far into the future. In addition,
wait. If you're concerned about artist compensation, why wouldn't your biggest fight immediately be with a platform like Spotify and Apple Music for how much they pay? Why would your fight be with TikTok? Wouldn't an artist get the most incentive financially from somewhere like Spotify, like a streaming service? Why would you go after TikTok first?
In addition, we've engaged a number of our platform partners to try to drive positive change for their users and, by extension, our artists, by addressing online safety issues. And we are recognized as the industry leader in focusing on music's broader impact on health and wellness.
Sean, TikTok pays even less than Spotify. Yeah, but TikTok isn't a streaming platform for music. TikTok is basically the just musically for fucking, like, you don't have to just exclusively make music on TikTok. It's just a popular thing. It's a avenue for music to trend and shit like that. You're not going to TikTok specifically to get paid, even though you can. And they should pay people more too. That's just not a music streaming platform. Why wouldn't you go after a music streaming platform to pay artists more if that's your incentive here?
And we are recognized as the industry leader in focusing on music's broader impact on health and wellness. With respect to the issue of artist and songwriter compensation, TikTok proposed paying our artists and songwriters at a rate that is a fraction of the rate that similarly situated major social platforms pay. Today, as an indication of how little TikTok compensates artists and songwriters despite its massive and growing user base, rapidly rising advertising revenue and increasing reliance on music-based content, TikTok accounts for only about 1% of our total revenue. Ultimately, TikTok is trying to build a music-based business.
Revenue that doesn't go to the artists that you have signed as well. Like, if they're under a label, then the money is going to you. So again, like, I don't know how you're advocating for artists at this point. I don't get it.
Ultimately, TikTok is trying to build a music-based business without paying fair value for the music. On AI, TikTok is allowing the platform to be flooded with AI-generated recordings, as well as developing tools to enable, promote, and encourage AI music creation on the platform itself, and then demanding a contractual right which would allow this content to massively dilute the royalty pool for human artists. In a move that is nothing short of sponsoring artist replacement by AI. Further, TikTok makes little effort to deal with the vast amounts of content on its platform that infringe our artists' music, and it has offered no meaningful solutions to the rising tide of content.
How can you be this openly hypocritical? They made me reach my limit. I'll reach my limit. Hey, I said, fuck you, Sean. Wait, when did I stop? Oh my God. Okay, so it's saying here, it makes a little effort to deal with it, blah, 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 blah. Where the content in?
They don't like the SpongeBob covers.
That's fucked up, man. The only means available to seek the removal of infringing or problematic content is through the momentarily cumbersome and inefficient process which equates to the digital equivalent of whack-a-mole. But when we propose that TikTok take similar steps as our other platform partners to try to address these issues, it responded first with indifference and then with intimidation. So you telling on TikTok, basically, saying that they threatened you. You tried to press them, and then they pressed your ass back, saying, we not doing shit, and you came running.
Wait,
regular
these
niggas
niggas think Patrick gon' replace Anon's news?
Chill. Because he will. That's the threat here. He ultimately will. What steps did other platform partners take to address the issue of your artist properly being compensated? Like, what other platform can you list, and what steps specifically they took so that this wasn't a cause for concern on other platforms, but on TikTok specifically it was? And again, I'm not even an advocate for TikTok. I don't give a fuck about the platform as it stands. It's just insanely hypocritical, and I don't think any of these steps that they say that they've taken with other partners or that they've tried to take with TikTok have the artist at the first part of their mind. Like, I don't think it at all. As our negotiations continue, TikTok attempted to bully us into accepting a deal worth less than the previous deal, far less than fair market value and not reflective of their exponential growth. How did it try to intimidate us? By selectively removing the music of certain of our developing artists while keeping on the platform our audience-driven global stars. And that's some shitty shit to do for TikTok. Not gonna lie to you. TikTok don't give a fuck about the artists either. You know, from basically what UMG saying, everybody telling on each other is what I'm getting from this. TikTok shitty, UMG shitty. That's really all there is to it, you know? TikTok's tactics are obvious. Use this platform power to hurt vulnerable artists and try to intimidate us into conceding to a bad deal that undervalues music and shortchanges artists and songwriters as well as their fans. We will never do that. Oh, really? 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 Okay. Y'all shitting on only the artists and the people listening to the music while talking about how much you want to protect those same people. All right, though. We will always fight for our artists and songwriters and stand up for the creative and commercial value of music. Well, why don't you pay them more out of your own pocket? You're a subsidiary of a conglomerate, of a corporation that is the most highest paid in the fucking galaxy. You can pay them more out of your own pocket if it's that important to you. You won't. You won't. You won't. We recognize the challenges that TikTok's actions will cause and do not underestimate what this will mean to our artists and their fans who, unfortunately, will be among those subjected to the near-term consequences of TikTok's unwillingness to strike anything close to a market rate deal and meaningfully address its obligations as a social platform. But we have an overriding responsibility to our artists. Oh, brother, bro. Here we go again. Here we go again with the artist talk. To fight for a new agreement under which they are appropriately compensated for their work. This is just if I was an artist under UMG, I would just be mad as fuck right now. Stuck in a contract, maybe two potentially. I would be so upset right now.
I bet 21 getting paid, he hitting the unk scams on his record label.
Hey man, maybe that's why he was scamming. Maybe that's why he was scamming. On a new platform, on a platform that respects human creativity and an environment that is safe for all and effectively moderated, we honor our responsibilities with the utmost seriousness. Intimidation and threats will never cause us to shirk those responsibilities. That's cap. I just sat here and read this for 20 minutes damn near, just listening to straight cap. And it's like, the fucked up part about this is like, who are you fooling? Like, who do you think?
I don't view TikTok as objectively lucrative to artists, but I also don't necessarily see the responsibility for them to be. They're quite literally just a promo service as far as the music goes.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't manage these artists and they aren't a streaming service.
Like, I get the benefit that TikTok gets from music from UMG and from other artists being housed there. I'm not saying that the artists don't deserve a cut, because they do. 100%, unequivocally. But it's not their responsibility to make sure that the artists get their due compensation, even though they should. I'm saying the bigger fights that you should be having here for people to get more fairly compensated should be Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever else they're streaming for music specifically. Those are the people you should be going after for higher compensation for artists first. Why the fuck would it be TikTok? That makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. How does that make any sense? Are you talking about advocating
Using
for artists?
Compensation as an excuse to being greedy is classic UMG.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Y'all don't even pay people decent rates. The deals that you offer Pandora, the deals that you even offer people are fucking insane. What are you talking about? Our core mission, like, bro, who do you think is buying this? I commend the stance against AI, but pulling the music because you don't feel as if a label is getting paid enough is not a good way to help your artists reach their greatest commercial potential. This is exactly what it is. If you don't want to be accosted or addressed or tried to take or like almost taken advantage of by a label, you have to do everything, basically. You got to have your own platform that's, strong enough to be carried across platforms that you can use to market yourself freely while also being paid significantly under what your true value is, because labels, for instance, haven't incentivized streaming platforms to pay artists a higher rate. So you're like left with no options. Like it's all like the bigger conglomerates and labels like playing ping pong on who the blame or who the responsibility falls on to pay people properly, while looking you in your face and trying to make it seem like, oh no, it's their problem. Oh no, it's their problem. Oh no, it's their problem. Meanwhile, you're being taken advantage of by all of them.
This is why
It's so much shit, and that's the annoying part about it too. There's so many talents that could be either juggernauts or people that you would consider better than your favorite, but you'll never have the opportunity to hear because conditions are not made for them to thrive. It's made for them to be dependent upon a label or a larger conglomerate to support them, because no one else will. If you don't get a big or a decent signing bonus, you ass out, or you're going to still be working your regular day job. And you can't do both. You can't work on your talents and your abilities trying to make a living It's like the servicing community. Like when you go and you pay a server a tip, you know what I'm saying, for handling your order properly. And the job that's hiring them thinks it's okay to pay them unfair wages because they think that you should compensate for their wages and tips when they should just be paying them more. So the job that's hiring them is looking at you to compensate. It's like you have the ability to just do what you're supposed to do. You could just do what you're supposed to do, and this person doesn't have to rely on nobody for tips. You could just pay them a fair wage, but you making it a me problem. And I'm a tip because, like I said, that's just what I'm gonna do. But at the end of the day, it's like we know where to look. I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, not them, and you're making it a everybody else problem when it's a you problem. Just you have the money. You have the money. Unless there is some musical disaster happening analytically with UMG, there is no reason that y'all can't pay people.